My name is Eileen Ryan from Pounding Pavement 101. I am here today with Carolyn, a superstar mom who went far and above the call of duty to help her son find a job. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very pleased to be here. I'm pleased to be on this side of the journey.
So let's go back a couple of months when we started this journey together. First of all, how did you find me?
My son Kelvin was having a very rough time between COVID and he's shy, initially very shy, and he had a hard time finding a job. He was doing everything that his university job search told him to do. We contacted the university. We were helping him to follow the route, and it was a whole year, and he wasn't finding work. And then he was getting depressed. So he found a menial labor job to pay bills, but he was starting to shut down. And I was like, there's got to be someone somewhere that can help my child, because I couldn't. My husband and I had done everything that we thought we knew to do. So I was searching his university alumni site, thinking there's got to be more there. And on the alumni site, I saw, noticed that for you, and I called you up, and it was late at night Eastern time. And it was rather a lengthy, desperate phone call. Didn't know who you were, didn't know if you would take my phone message and say, oh, this woman is crazy, I'm not going near her. But you called me back, and you were understanding, and you were kind, and you were very patient with my worried diarrhea that just sounded out. I appreciate you listening to me, and you gave me some sound advice. I went back and I spoke to my son, and he was willing to participate, so we engaged your services. But I had to make sure that he was going to participate, because he had to buy into it, or I knew this also wouldn't work. And so I'm glad that he did that too. And
he's the one who has to do the work. Okay, I can guide him, I can teach him exactly how to market himself, but it's so wonderful that he has the support of his parents in order to move forward in this, because this is that last step to launch them into independencehood and into adulthood. And now you can be an empty nester.
Yeah.
And I remember getting that call. And look, you are not the only parent out there. We want the best for our children, and we hate to see them struggle. And when you are getting involved in that job search process, now you can't be the cheerleader. You have to be the taskmaster. And you really want to protect that relationship with your children, because this is the last time they're living with you, hopefully.
And also, I didn't know how to be the taskmaster. I had done, the half a dozen things that I knew about, and it was just an unknown world. Fortunately, it's your world, and you knew where to take him, and you knew how to walk him through the path. And I could be a cheerleader, and I'm much more comfortable there. So that was good.
That's our job as parents. And once we got him started, and he was reluctant to get started in the beginning, but once we got him started, I think he applied to maybe half a dozen jobs. He landed his dream job as an electrical engineer in, I think, 3-4 weeks. Did you think that it would happen that fast?
Yep. It was really quick. And it was not just a job in electrical engineering. He is interested in power. I don't know what that means, other than my local electric company. But he got a power position, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful because you helped fix or tweak things or fix things. Now you fixed his resume. Even he said his resume was much better after he worked it. And we had taken his resume to a professional writer, a resume writer, and already done that. So I was hoping we'd skip that, but it was so necessary, and it worked. It worked.
Well,
so
and you know what? I
wonderful.
don't believe in resume writers because most of them have never actually worked a recruiting desk. And that's the difference. I'm teaching people how to market themselves based on how the recruiters search. And also then interview preparation, which, not everyone is as smooth and extroverted in an interview. And even my extroverts, they need to know what the recruiters are actually listening for. And then those job search strategies, and that putting the three things together, that's what really sped up this job search from looking for a year, which just takes its toll on your self-esteem and the frustration when you're putting all these hours in and effort and you're not getting the results. But look at that, in 1 month. I'm so thrilled. So
I know.
let me ask you, for all the parents out there, what would you recommend for them? Because, they have graduates who are coming out now and they're struggling.
This program is necessary for a couple of reasons. First of all, the path that our students have to take to get to the jobs. We might know a couple of them, but how to walk them to the interview. My son probably started out as a very quiet interviewer, and you worked with him. And one of the things that he said is, I have to talk more. I have to expand more. I could say that to him, but that wouldn't be the same. What I liked about your program is you took him from the beginning and walked him through the entire process. So it's like taking your child, and he's got the diploma in his hand, and handing him to you and saying, okay, now you're the one that's going to get him ready for the job. And you take him from A to Z, and you walk him through it, work with him through it, and he has a job.
That's the whole goal. That's the whole goal.
Yeah.
The goal isn't an exercise in resume writing. The goal is to get the job in the end. And
it's just not a path that I know, but it's your path. So I'm grateful that we bumped into each other. Very, very grateful.
I'm so thrilled. And I taught him these skills that he's going to have for the rest of his career. That's right. The difference. I'm not doing it for him. I'm teaching it to him. So now he knows how to do this. Hopefully he won't be doing it for a couple of years. The job is so wonderful, and he'll get promoted and he'll stay with that company a good long time. Yeah.
You know what? However it works, he has the skills, and I know it now, and he knows it now. That's even more important. So I'm really not worried about his future. He's got to start. And that's what he needed. He just needed to get a start. So,
he's very lucky to have a mom like you and a dad who were supporting him every step of the way. And I just want to say thank you so much for working with me and trusting me with his job search. And now you can enjoy being an empty nester.
I can. We can. Yes, we can. And thank you very much. For your program and for yourself. I sincerely appreciate the help.
You're very welcome. This is Eileen Ryan from Pounding Pavement 101.